Looks like there's 3 or 4 of them right there. So right now I'm looking under this dock, just kind of scanning, panning around. You can see there's a little piece of brush, or hell, maybe it's a lawn chair that fell off the dock. You see my jig, I'm gonna throw it right down into it. You can see that fish trying to swim out there to the left. Actually now it's starting to look like a whole school of crappie coming up off the bottom. You see my jigs right in the middle of them. You know, I'd say just by the way they're acting that those are a school of crappie or a school of brim. You know, they're just swimming around pretty erratic. We want that big single isolated fish that's just sitting there on a piece of cover. And that's a good piece of brush or something right there. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you're looking for, just those single isolated pieces of wood or brush or whatever that may be. Yeah, you can see them fish right there under the dock. They're 30 feet in there, which puts them all the way to the back of the walkway. Looks like there's 3 of them in there. It's going to be a hard fish to get to. They know where to hide, that's for sure. I didn't even get close. Maybe better off on the other side. I can't make it that far in there. A straight up and down dock post like this one right here. You can see them fish sitting on it right there. Just a metal dock post can be really good. See a lot of fish swimming around, a lot of brim, a lot of crappies. But we all know bass love to eat crappie and bluegills, so I always like when I'm fishing docks to see bait fish, you know, not just necessarily shad or blueback herring or whatever that may be, but crappie and bluegills for sure. Come on, fish. He's like staying right on my jig, but he just won't bite it. But we got stuff swimming everywhere. You know, I've always been a big fan of making very accurate casts and putting your bait in places that a lot of guys won't or just don't want to try to. You know, and to have the right jig to be able to skip docks, to me is very, very important. Like I said, this is my 7/16 ounce finesse jig. As you can see, I got a flat beaver style trailer on there. It's a small, compact deal. But what that jig does for me is lets me skip that jig really far into them docks. And so just kind of remember that when you're skipping docks, use a flat style trailer, you know, a beaver style trailer or your traditional style chunk trailers like a Zoom Super Chunk or something like that. Something that's flat, so when you're skipping it, it's almost like skipping a rock on the water. I mean, why swim all the way down to it and not eat it? You know? I mean, he took off just like a bullet. And there you go. A little largemouth. But saw him on Mega Live 2, sitting back there under that dock, took that finesse jig with that beaver style trailer on it, made that skip all the way under there, watch that fish swim all the way down really fast, and there you go.